Hi everybody, Dacob here. Welcome back to the Fashion Bunker Chanel time. Bruno Pavlovsky, the CEO of Chanel, has given yet another interview. With every interview he gives, he takes some of my life force with him. So everything I say in this video is for entertainment purposes only, not rooted in truths or facts. Everything's alleged and just my opinion. And subscribe while you're at it. Push the join button next to the subscription button. Become a member today. Gain access to extra perks. You can also join me on Patreon for extra perks. Thank you to members and patrons already pledged. This video is being filmed live in front of a live virtual audience. I live stream several times a week, so come join the fun. Come join the chats. Chanel reveals its upcoming Hong Kong show location and gets ready to name a new designer. Reported by scmp.com in their fashion news. The president of fashion, Bruno Pavlovsky, says the Hong Kong market is key and he won't let online speculation affect his creative director pick. Bruno, are you talking about me? Indirectly? Online speculation. Oh, I'm the online speculation. And it's so funny, Bruno, because every time you say something and I've said, he said this, if we read between the lines, he means that, it kind of turned out to be that way. So I'm telling you right now, the stuff he says here, you remember when he was talking right after the Marseille cruise collection with the last cruise collection with Virginie Viard, he said, isn't Virginie Viard amazing? She's doing so well at Chanel. Don't you agree? And I said to myself, and Lena, the Baconator, also did it, also said it. And I'm like, why is corporate praising Virginie so much? It's never a good sign. When high heads at corporate level publicly praise a person working for them so much, that person is going to leave. Shit is going down. And I said that to you. And just a couple of weeks later, Virginie left. So, Bruno, speculating much? Sure, you can try to diminish our value and our worth indirectly, snarkily in interviews. That's okay with me. I know you care for something else, but you care. Now, French fashion house Chanel's restaging of its Marseille cruise collection will take place at the Hong Kong Design Institute on November 5th. The show, which first took place in Marseille, France in May, will strengthen Chanel's bond with its Hong Kong customers and the local community. Bruno Pavlovsky, Chanel's president of fashion, said in an interview with Style. The striking building that houses the institute is located in the formerly industrial area of Tseungkwan and was designed by French firm Col de Fille. We have selected a very interesting area, the first time ever for a fashion show, if I'm right, with very interesting architecture, and that's very Hong Kong, says Pavlovsky. And on top of that, it's one of the biggest institutions for students in Hong Kong, so it's a great opportunity for us to collaborate. Then the article says that in recent years, Chanel has been very active on Hong Kong's cultural scene. The house is a major partner of M+ on the West Kowloon waterfront. The cruise show will involve a collaborative project with the Hong Kong Design Institute that began in Marseille with 5 students who traveled from Hong Kong to France to experience the first unveiling of the collection back in May. Pavlovsky explains that staging a show in Hong Kong has been a goal for Chanel for quite some time. The brand had planned to restage a cruise show in the city before the coronavirus pandemic, but eventually canceled the event due to the anti-government protests at the time. The Hong Kong market is key to Chanel, he adds, even more so at a time when cultivating local clients has become paramount for luxury brands. Oh, they want Asia, baby. They are so desperate for Asian money because the rest of the world ain't giving it to them apparently anymore as much. We will have a few clients from the region, but the key focus is Hong Kong clients, although we will have some from Shenzhen or Macau. The main objective is to engage our Hong Kong community, media, influencers, and students. We will have some dedicated programs for students, he says. Barely 1 month after the Hong Kong show, Chanel will unveil its 2024/2025 Métier d'Art collection in Hangzhou, China. Before that, it will support Shanghai exhibition organized by Comité Colbert, an association that promotes French savoir-faire, to commemorate the 60th year anniversary of diplomatic relations between China and France. Chanel is kicking off major events in China, Hong Kong, Asian market, and like they have abandoned Europe. Already in 2016, they actually moved their headquarters to the UK when the UK announced Brexit because they had better, in my opinion, allegedly at least, tax conditions in England. So de facto, Chanel is a British brand. It's no longer a French brand. You know, because when it comes to paying taxes, they prefer to pay the better tax conditions in England. So, but they like to use the term French brand when it comes to them trying to promote themselves as best quality in the world for fashion, right? But they don't want to pay the French taxes, though, do they? So, what is this? Are we just acting like we're a French brand, Chanel, at this point? Now we're desperately catering to the Asian market, trying to see whatever money we can find there, huh? Whatever's left. Interesting then, when confronted with the fact that sales are kind of shrinking in China when it comes to luxury spending, Bruno says Greater China has been top of mind for luxury groups these days. A drop in spending by the region's customers has created uncertainty in a part of the world that had until recently experienced extreme growth. Sorry, he didn't say that. The article says that. But Pavlovsky, who is still sanguine about the prospects of Hong Kong and Greater China for Chanel, says that these actions or activations that they were planning to do in Asia and China had been planned long before those recent developments where the economy has turned over. So he's trying to tell us, no. We wanted to do all this stuff in China way before China stopped purchasing from us. You know what, Bruno? You would have, if you had no prospects for China giving you money, you would have cut all of these projects. You would have not fulfilled them because, like you said at the beginning of the article, you already planned to do something in Hong Kong before the pandemic, but you canceled because of the political situation. So you can cancel when the situation isn't right. And the political situation, what would have the political situation done? The political situation would have probably blocked certain people from buying products. Now that you can try to make them buy products, now you're going to want to go there. And you're not canceling on China, Hong Kong, and the whole Asian market because what else are you going to do? What are you going to do? Europe isn't really interested anymore, is it? People that spend the most money in Europe are the ones traveling from outside of Europe, being tourists in Europe. So you're like, the European consumer is just not our target anymore. You've outpriced yourself outside of the European market. So vulgar. So not Chanel. Oof. Oof. Pavlovsky says that he won't let the obsessive speculation online and on social media about Virginie Viard's successor affect his judgment and pick of who he thinks should be the artistic director. And he is still working with his team to find a suitable designer for what is likely the fashion industry's most coveted and prestigious job. Then he says, Chanel is quite complex. We need to find people who love Chanel and want to be immersed in Chanel. And everyone wants to be at Chanel, he says. Everyone I am meeting says they have all the qualities for the job. I have many people in front of me saying the same thing, but it's more complicated than that. We're trying to find what's best for the brand, but what's important is the product. Chanel is about the product, savoir-faire, and design. And the most important quality is the focus on the product. Bruno, stop, please, with this bullshit. Seriously, come on. Your top priority is not the product. In my opinion, your top priority is the money. How much you can milk your customers for, get the money from the customer to sell them an overpriced product. The focus is the price of the product and trying to scam, allegedly, I'm saying this word, not legally, okay, just allegedly, to scam the person into believing that it's worth that much money. And you're so good at that. Well, you were. You were. I think you're less good at it now than you used to be. I believe that when you have the right people, yeah, the right idiot, and the right product, you can do whatever you want in terms of business. Read between the lines here. This is so disgusting, in my opinion. For him to actually say this, let me repeat. I believe that when you have the right people and the right product, you can do whatever you want in terms of business. In other words, you can raise the price as high as you want, the right people meaning the right sucker ready to pay the money, and the right product meaning you managed to manipulate them into believing that they need desperately that product. The FOMO is working. Brand marketing is doing their job properly. When you got those two in the equation just right, you can do whatever you want. You can set whatever price you want, and the sucker will spend that money. Because our business model is anchored on the client experience and the emotion we want to create for the client. So the products are the most important thing. Please. The brand marketing is the most important thing, because if you're selling the experience to the people, you know that that experience is not the actual product. Experience is, oh yeah, entering the boutique, sitting down, you get offered a drink. Oh, how lovely. Great to see you again. Here's your bill, $20,000 for a little trinket. Please. The product is the most important thing, sure. But whether it's the staging of shows like the upcoming Hong Kong one or the appointment of the heir, this article is so shady. Listen what they say. Or the appointment of the heir to Gabrielle Coco Chanel and Karl Lagerfeld. They don't even mention Virginie Viard. How shady. The Parisian label will undoubtedly keep making headlines and delighting its loyal fans in Hong Kong and beyond. Bruno Pavlovsky says in his closing statement, let Chanel always surprise you. We still have a lot to say and surprise you with. Yes, Bruno, and I bet you think that the surprises you have in store for us are price increases. No, we're used to those. They don't surprise us anymore. Matter of fact, we don't even care anymore. And another surprise, what? The Premier watch as a necklace with wire headphones, earphones, earplugs? You think you're surprising us with stuff like that? Your little jewelry collection? Tcha. Good luck to you, Bruno, and to the Baconator, and good luck to Chanel. Also, you're acting like, oh, you're all going to be surprised because, like, there's all this speculation online about who's going to be the new artistic director of Chanel, but I'm not telling you, and you're never going to know until I decide who it's going to be together with the Baconator. But then I'm thinking to myself, no, you're not that mysterious, Bruno. First of all, not that anybody cares, but then you're just, the power is gone. Everybody who was good at Chanel is gone. Okay? You still have Olivier Polge with the perfumes. Good, as long as that lasts. We're here. People left. The good people left. Money-hungry people stayed. That's not Chanel anymore. That's vulgarity. And so, yeah. Of course I want to know who's going to be the next artistic director, but if you're going to be the one choosing them, I'm not baiting my breath, you know. I'm fairly certain, also after seeing who you have appointed as the new boss of beauty and perfumes, coming from L'Oreal and Coty, by the way, after I've seen you do that, and after I've seen you appoint Unilever HR as the CEO of Chanel, I really, really do not have any high expectations from you, nor do I expect you to choose the right person to direct artistically Chanel. And you know why? Because I think any intelligent person right now would see the cards spelling out a mile away what's happening with Chanel. And a really intelligent, talented person would not want to go into that pit of snakes and fires and flames to share their savoir-faire and their knowledge and their passion and their talented, true savoir-faire with you right now, because it's not a healthy environment, in my opinion, to work in. Chanel at the moment is not a healthy environment to work in my opinion. So my conclusion is this: the person who decides to accept your appointment as artistic director of Chanel Fashion will be a person with no moral integrity, zero moral integrity, okay? Social climber of the highest form, sociopath, and possibly also narcissist. So whoever gets appointed and accepts the appointment, not a good person, in my opinion. Only, of course, everything's alleged. Mark my words. Let's see what happens a couple of weeks from now when they announce the new Oompa Loompa. Let's see what happens. Period. Thank you for watching. Subscribe to my channel. Thumb up this video. Let me know your thoughts and prayers down below. Until next time, never give up on love. Bye.